welcome to episode 2 of the Milk Thistle podcast. My name is Kate. I am coming to you today from the east coast of Australia where I live. If you watched last week's episode and you've decided to come back, thank you so much. If you're just deciding to check me out, welcome. I hope you enjoy the podcast. It's basically about knitting and yarny goodness. Today I will be talking to you about some things I finished this week, things I've been working on and just cast on, and basically, nerding out about yarn most of the way through. So this week I finished these super cute socks. I made these with Cascade Heritage prints, which is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. Comes in 100-gram balls. It's about 400 meters. I knit them on 9-inch circular needles. They were higher sharps, and I found that they went super fast. I also learnt after making this sock and showing it to my mom and being like, I've got, half the ball left, what's going on? My mom informed me that I like very short cuffs on my socks, and that is probably why I have so much wool left over. But I really like them. They're kind of the perfect length for how I like to wear my socks, and considering they're for me, I think that's, pretty good. They were super fun to knit. They were very fast. And yeah, they're just a super cool pattern. I love them. I like the different textures, that there are the solid stripes as well as the kind of faux ferrule, more of the mottled stripes. So yeah, they're really cool. I'm going to weigh what I have left over and possibly see if I can't make some little short socks, or I might even be able to get another full sock if I stick with the small cuff that I like. If I could find someone else who liked a small cuff too. Apart from that, that was the only thing that I was working on last week that I've completed. Apart from that, I've cast on a couple of new things. I cast on the freshwater shawl, which is a pattern by Andrea Mowry and Annie Roden, and it's a beautiful shawl. I'm knitting this in Malabrigo sock in the color Persia, and Arco Iris is the variegated color, and it's, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you without light coming straight through from behind. It is this stripy kind of, I don't know, it almost looks like a fan at this point. It has the solid color going up in lines, and it is coming out as a crescent shape. It's beautiful. The wool is so nice to work with. The pattern is easy. I didn't have any trouble with it. It's an 8-row repeat for the main section of what I've done, and I didn't find that I was able to just memorize the 8 rows. I had to look at the start of every row, but once I knew what I was doing, it was very easy to do the sections. And I'm really enjoying it. I'll pull up sorry, I had these on the floor. These are the balls of the yarn, so hopefully that color, you can see that a little better, because I'm kind of backlit today, so you can see straight through the shawl, but I'm finished the second section, ready to start the third, and I'm super excited. It's my second shawl. I said that last week as well, but I really like the colors, and I think it will be really wearable, which is always exciting when you put in so much work to a piece. So I'm knitting that on my 3.25 millimeter, which is a size 3, I think, carbons, interchangeables, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. So hopefully I don't slow down too much. It's always exciting when something's starting to grow, but then as the rows get longer and longer and longer, I feel myself, you know, I'm still excited, but I don't want to sit there and knit it for ever and ever because they are just very long, backwards and forwards. I'm interested to see if I make it to the end. I didn't make it to the end of the last shawl I started, which was the doodler, which came out as a dudette. The other thing I cast on this week are a pair of socks. They are in a self-striping yarn, which is Knit Picks Felici in the bubble colorway. This is kind of the sad little depleted ball. I did contrasting cuff and heel thus far, but I will do the toes as well, contrasting, and that is in Knit Picks Stroll. I'm really sorry, I couldn't tell you what color it is. I can't find the bowl band. If I track it down before then I'll make it appear. But they're really cute, very girly. My mum has intimated to me quite, you know, obviously a couple of times that she would like these to be hers. And I've kind of said that all the socks I'm knitting at the moment, I really want to get a jump on it, and that everybody's getting socks for Christmas, and so I don't really want to give any away, but then, you know, it's only August. I say that, but how many socks can I really knit between now and August? So, for this, I've just done a very plain vanilla sock, but then as the color changed, every 4th stitch I slipped. So you get these cute little jogs, which I really like, and they just add a little bit of interest to a very plain sock. I also like it because I found that the color changes are not very direct. They can sometimes be a little bit stretched out, and so rather than having a wishy-washy section, this, you know, having it a more playful edge makes it less obvious where the color changes are, so I really like it. Like I said, my mom told me that I made very short-legged socks, so I tried my hardest to knit these and knit these and knit these and get a decent size leg on them. So hopefully she likes them. But yeah, they've been really nice. It's so soft and squishy to work with. So I'm having a lot of fun knitting on them. And they are on Addi Turbo Sock Rockets, 2 millimeters, which is a size I don't know in US measurements, but it's a 2 millimeter circular. And I think I cast on 64 stitches for these ones, and I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. I actually knit half of it in the dark. I went to a lecture by Professor Brian Cox on cosmology, and stupidly pulled them out in the in the intermission, and was halfway through like a row, and so I had to finish it while he came back on stage. And hopefully, I mean, it doesn't look like there's any holes or obvious mistakes, but I guess we'll see when there's a foot in it. But yeah, I'm having fun on those. The third thing that I cast on this week is, it was another sock. I painted this sock blank. It is like very smudgy, abstract, geometric, and not evenly patterned in any way. I dyed this about a month ago when I still could barely hold anything in my hand because I broke my arm and I'm still recovering from that. But I sat there kind of, you know, with the pencil or the paintbrush like this, painting on my kitchen floor because I was very frustrated with not having a creative outlet for quite a while. And it's on a really beautiful 80-20-20, so a superwash merino, 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon base. So it's super soft and really lovely. And I started knitting this up as a sock with just a very simple sock, 2x2 cuff that I then continued down and just did these little, I don't know if you can see them, they're just little cables. And normally for myself, I knit my socks with 60 stitches and on 2mm needles. But for some reason, I'm not sure if it's because it's coming from a sock blank, so the wool is not plumped up. I've never knit from a sock blank before, but this is tiny, like it's coming out itty bitty. So I have already put a heel in, but I have ripped out the needles because I don't know anybody with a foot the size that, you know, a teeny tiny little foot. So I'm going to pull it back to a certain, not too far. I'm not going to pull it back the whole way because I have to wear these super ugly wrist, they're kind of like compression sleeves. I was going to pull this back to about here and then decrease the stitches a little, add in a thumb hole, and then make myself a little sleeve that is pretty and soft, and who doesn't want a little cashmere wrapped around their arm. So I thought, I've tried it on, and this cuff is kind of right for my upper arm, so if I decrease so it still holds pressure around my wrist and the bottom of my hand, I thought that'd be really cute and much prettier than these ugly things. They get really frayed and they're not so nice. So, and these colors are coming out beautifully. There's white and these gorgeous deep purples and greens and blues, and then every kind of variation in between. So yeah, I'll give that a go. If it doesn't work, I'll pull the whole thing out and I will cast on more stitches and I will make it into a sock because, you know, who wouldn't want it? I might actually, even after I finish this for my compression sleeve, I'm going to have, you know, more than enough to do a pair of socks. So maybe I'll do a matching pair of socks so I can be a real dork and have my my toes match my wrist, which is, you know, why not? Sounds like a bit of fun. So that's basically what I've been working on this week. Mostly new stuff, which is always exciting. There's lots of motivation when you just start a new project. So I thought I would show you a new fun toy that I have. It is a set, which I picked up when I was in Minneapolis at the end of last month. So I went to Stephen B's store there, which is huge and flamboyant and over the top and full to the brim of the most beautiful wools and fibers. And there was a knitting group actually going on when I went in to shop there, and I was so jealous. They looked like they were having such a nice time sitting around drinking tea, knitting, and I just, you know, wanted to be there so I could hang out every week with them. So this kit, it has 4 balls of Fetza Baby, just says Baby is the name of it, hand dyed. It's a DK weight, 50% bamboo, 50% cotton. They're 100 gram hanks, and they have 220 meters in each of them. So there is a white, there is a light speckled blue, then there is a dark speckled blue, and then there is a solid blue. So it's a variegated set, and it originally was put together to make a baby blanket, but Stephen B redesigned it and came up with the tasseled poncho, which, let's see, is in a sleeve. This is in a different color, but it's this super cute 4-color poncho, really simple, with these awesome leather tassels on the end. I didn't have, no, the store didn't have the leather tassels at the time when I was shopping, so I ordered them because they said they were coming in, and they're going to post them to me when they do come in because they were sold separately. But they're white leather with a gold like cuff top on them. But I'm so excited to knit this. I think when I finish my freshwater shawl, this is what I'll cast on. It looks to be a very simple pattern, but these colors are just kind of my perfect summer colors. I love them. With a nice, you know, simple t-shirt underneath it, some white jeans, and a nice cocktail in the sun with a big hat. Sounds kind of fun to me. So that will be what I will cast on when I finish my shawl. I highly doubt that that will be a this week thing, seeing that I am in section 2 of that shawl, and there are 5 or 6 sections, I think. I've just finished section 2, so I'm going into section 3, and they're going to get exponentially bigger. So hopefully the week after, but I just wanted to show you them because they're so pretty. Yeah, so in terms of what my knitting goals were for last week, I aimed to finish the purple socks and hopefully to finish a pair of socks that I'm working on for my boyfriend Caleb. I haven't touched Caleb's socks, but they have jumped over into my weekly goals for this week. Last week I also wanted to cast on the freshwater shawl, so I hit, you know, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, whatever. I only missed 1, so he can carry over to this week. But I do want to finish those socks for Caleb. I want to keep working on my freshwater shawl. And Father's Day in Australia is the first Sunday of September, so that's coming up fairly quickly. And my dad always requests socks and hankies for all gift giving occasions. Hankies or handkerchiefs. I'm not sure. I know English people call them hankies, but I'm not sure if everyone else does. But yeah, so my dad always wants handkerchiefs and socks, so I thought maybe I'd make him some hand knit socks. I've never made any for him before, so I'm not sure. I'll have a think about what I want to make for him. But yeah, that's basically what I want to get up to this week. So that is pretty much all that I have for you this week. I have been busy, but yeah, not heaps to show for it. I have been running around a whole lot, helping out my parents and whatnot. I bought a new car yesterday. Well, new to me, which is exciting because I have just moved back to Australia. I was living in Lake Tahoe in Northern California until a couple of weeks ago. So it's nice to be able to move around by myself, which is great. I've been planning holidays for when my partner gets out here, and he's never been to Australia before. He is American, so I'm really excited to show him around the country a little. And that's kind of what my week has been taken up with, which is not bad things at all. It's nice to be home and to get to catch up with people that I haven't seen in quite a while. So it was lovely to chat to you, and thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're still with me, thank you for sticking around to the end. I forgot to mention at the beginning that you can find me on Ravelry as kateemoloney and on Instagram as Milk Thistle Fiber Arts. There is also a Ravelry group, which you can find if you search in the group tabs Milk Thistle Podcast. I would love for you to join or subscribe to the video, leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd like to see more of, see less of, or if you have any questions for me. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye.